Yo, what's going on, guys? Rapid Plays here, and today we have an online siege battle for you. Today we have me as Egypt here, my teammate coming as Masesali. Defending, we have, I believe this is Aravici? Yeah, Aravici. We're going to go with that. And Macedon. So if you guys are going to enjoy this online video, let me know in the comment section down below. Spoiler alert, I'm still learning online battles pretty heavily. I've not played online pretty much at all. So my tactics while online are pretty bad right now. And as you can tell, I may or may not have forgotten to bring siege equipment. So my teammate lent me some of his siege towers here, and I was like in my head before the battle, I was going to bring a what do you call that? To I forget what it's called now, but to come up here and smash down these walls. And instead, my Greek giant ballista here is getting absolutely focused down. So that's always fun as we're watching another one disappear. But yeah, I'm bringing lots of thorax swordsmen here. Got some more thorax swords up here. In these, we have some Sobek cultists, some Galatian swordsmen. My teammate is setting up some desert legionaries right off the bat here. Some slave infantry as well. And yeah, like I said before, I am not the best, so I'm open to some criticism and stuff here from you guys. Kind of just tell me what I'm doing wrong, what I could do better here, because you're about to see me get absolutely slaughtered in this video. Like, it's not even funny how fast my guys get absolutely massacred. But yeah, here we are. The slave infantry are the first ones in here. They're cutting down this ballista crew pretty quickly, which they're pretty much no one's surprise. I am also up here on the walls with some of my Sobek cultists and some of my Galatian swordsmen. Down here, they do have some thorax swords waiting. They have a couple more units hidden here that are kind of... There they are. Got some more thorax swords just kind of waiting here, and you are about to see the definition of a slaughter in a second. So while I get all of my men up there, back here, they do have all of their archers sitting right in this town square here. And you're about to see why that's going to be a problem in this second, with me being up on the walls against some mercenary Cretan archers here. It doesn't go well, we'll just say that. This slave infantry is getting absolutely demoed by these slingers, it looks like. And pretty much for the same reason that this slave infantry is getting absolutely massacred, it's the same reason we are about to see death happen up here on the walls. As you can see, the arrows are flying into this Sobek cultist unit here, and they are getting cut down pretty easily here. We have these Galatian swordsmen that I'm charging down this little alley to go meet these thorax swords in the streets here. Javelins flying into these thorax swords, and the thorax swordsmen are throwing up into these Sobek cultists here, and these poor guys are gone. Like, they're just dead up here. Like, look at this. How are you still moving? You have like 7 javelins in you, buddy. It's okay. You can go down and die. Like, it's okay with me. You guys don't have to struggle. But yeah, through the streets here, we have these thorax swords going against these Galatian swordsmen here. Nice little engagement right off the bat. Up here on the walls, we have more Galatian swordsmen, but they're being focused down, like I said, by these archers back here. I think that in total they had like 4 units of archers sitting back here, which was absolutely horrendous for me. My guys paid the price of that. And yeah, over here, it's kind of the same thing. Got lots of swordsmen and stuff set up. They did leave the ram. My ally left the ram over here, not opting to go and break down the front gate, and instead is opting to go up on these walls here and do a full-scale invasion through the walls. And now I see that there are archers here, and I really don't want to put my archers up on the wall at all to absorb fire. So I was trying to get them close enough to where they could shoot over the wall, kind of like over the wall here, and down onto these archers, but they're just out of range there, which is unfortunate for me. But yeah, Galatian swordsman, cutting down about 20 of these thorax swords so far, not doing too bad at all. And I need reinforcements up there as soon as possible. So I'm getting these thorax swords as quickly as possible up these siege towers. But with how long it takes, it is going to be a minute before they can really get in here. This ballista is now opening fire on my Cretan archers here. So I get them out of there before another big volley comes in and kills them. And back up over here, we can't see it, but... yeah, we can't see it at all. But they do take a... what do you call that? I just had a massive brain fart there. They take some cav, and they run them out here. And you'll see them appear over here later in the video. And we'll remember that cav that they try to sneak out there later on. But yeah, got this desert cohort sitting outside, getting ready to go in. You have some desert cohort climbing in right now, actually. Up here, we have some desert legionaries, already in the fight against this Iberian swordsman unit here. And they are slowly but surely carving their way through this Iberian swordsman. The desert legionaries, much better than these Iberian swordsmen. So they should be able to cut through these guys with little to no problems here. The only problem is their flanks, but they do capture this arrow tower here, which is going to be big in helping them attack. Over here, I am having problems getting my troops off the walls and into the battle. As you can see, this Galatian swordsman unit gets absolutely smashed after he sends in reinforcements over here. That unit only took out about 40 men. Now, he does have reinforcements set up over here. And I am kind of just trying to not be sandwiched right now. These thorax swords are being absolutely cut down right now by this other unit of thorax swords. And I am rushing in as many units as possible right now. They still have units coming down off the walls. That's how much I'm having to rush in units to help out right now. I'm pushing my archers over here to my ally here. And yeah. Desert legionaries slowly but surely trying to get through these Iberian legionaries, but in the back they are being focused down by this Scutari, and yeah, so they are having a little bit of issues getting through right now, but they over here some more Iberian swordsmen, or is this Scutari? Yeah, Scutari charges in here against these desert legionaries, putting on a little bit more pressure for them here. And just a little bit of close range combat. Back over here, we have the Scutari throwing javelins up at these desert cohort, and as you can tell, it is picking them off. A lot of these guys are getting skirmished down as they get close to the walls, get close to the turns here. Javelins are flying into their sides, which is not proving to be very good for them, but they are trying to capture that gatehouse. Now back over here with me, I stationed this unit of thorax swordsmen up here on the wall to skirmish down at these thorax swords here, and they are picking up kills using their javelins, which is very, very good for me. Softening some of these units up here, and especially this thorax swordsman unit over here, they are softening up. And as I do that, I'm also pushing a unit of thorax swordsmen down this little alleyway here. I see their soft side open, and I really hope I can get a soft side hit. But just in the nick of time, they do get their troops out, and I try to stop my troops here. As you can see, I try to get them set up so they can use their javelins, but that little alleyway here is pretty buggy when it comes to unit formations and stuff. So I believe eventually I just say screw it and charge them in. Yeah, right there. I'm like, all right, if you're gonna be super buggy, I'm just gonna charge you guys in, get their javelins off there, picking up about 10 more kills. And thorax swords versus thorax swords here in the streets. Up top now, these thorax swords are starting to be skirmished down by these archers over here. I told you these archers would be a big problem as they have 1, 2, 3, 4 units of slingers, various slingers and archer units sitting up here, just sending death my way. And I charged these thorax swords down mainly to just try to capture this arrow point. And I told them to charge over here, but I think one unit came out of here and got pulled into this combat over here. So it pulls the whole unit over there. And that is just me being distracted by me getting my archers up here on the walls. I'm trying to get my Cretan archers up here on the walls to try to skirmish down some of their archers over here. I'm trying to help out my teammate because I'm realizing very quickly that this is not going to be a good front that I can win. They have a very defensible point over here with only 2 ways for me to go. And these slums over here are blocking me from getting a siege tower up here to go behind them. So I'm just very quickly realizing that this might not be the way to go. I'm setting up a couple more units of thorax swords to try to break through. But if they don't break through, I'm going to just completely abandon this area. This thorax sword unit over here is getting absolutely demoed. Getting attacked from behind after surrounding this thorax sword unit. They are doing their best, but they are being cut down very, very quickly. I have my archers up here on the wall. I believe I do tell them to start firing at some of these slingers and stuff in the back here soon. I don't think I let them... Oh, I know one unit gets absolutely demolished by these archers back here, if I'm not mistaken. But... yeah, oh yeah, I did get a unit of slingers up here on the wall. These slingers are slinging down at these mercenary Cretan archers, and they are cutting them down very slowly but surely. They are slowly but surely, you're seeing a couple guys get hit here and there, getting killed. This unit's down to 87 now, which is exactly what I need. I need this unit of slingers to cut down a unit of archers like they are, which even if they were to pull out right now, there are 40 less archers that I have to deal with. So now back over here, I do have my archers up on the walls, and this is the unit that gets absolutely torched, I'm pretty sure. Down to 99 already. I'm trying to get them to, I believe I'm trying to get them to fire down at those slingers there. Let's see here. Or is it this? I know one of my units gets absolutely smoked. But yeah, I've got them firing down at this Scutari back here. That they're just sitting there, they're just throwing javelins into those guys. So I have them getting absolutely focused down. They have some pretty small shields, so my archers are having quite the field day right now, just absolutely smoking the Scutari down to 83 before they even get to that desert cohort. And now I'm going to tell them to, yeah, it's this unit that gets absolutely destroyed by slingers. Look at the amount of rocks up here, down to 54-50 now. These slingers back here caught them out and are absolutely torching that unit. And so I realized that way too late, and I'm like, oh god, I just lost an entire unit of Cretan archers there. So now I'm going to use this unit back here to start to skirmish down some of those guys, and that unit over there as well to start to just put down some hate through the air, and yeah, start to take out some of these slingers, because these slingers are going to prove to be a very big problem if I don't do that. I believe this unit might be out of ammo, so they're charging in. I think this unit still has some ammo left. So, yeah. Big fight over here. Back over here on my front, we did break this unit of mercenary Cretan archers, which is very nice. If I remember right, they did still have quite a bit of ammo left. Yeah, we were able to break through this first unit over here. They did shatter, but they did return. So now they returned somewhere back there. So now they are back sitting up here. And I do have more units of thorax swords trying to get in here, but as they are getting close, they are being focused down by these mercenary Cretan archers, and we all know how that story goes. So I'm bringing these thorax swords down. I'm like, all right, boys, let's go get in some fights here, charging them down to try to break through this little gateway here that they have. Just trying to use my thorax swords to get a little bit of a breakthrough right now. These guys I just have sitting back here freshening up as these thorax swords try to break through this front line of thorax swords here. But if they do break through that, they do have another unit of thorax swords, which is not going to bode well for me. Back over here with my ally, he is getting focused down from behind right now by these barbaric slingers. And the Scutari did try to run up here and catch my mercenary Cretan archers, which I believe they caught a couple of them, but not many, so I am able to get them out of here. And these slingers are back here slinging at my guys again. Look at these guys back here throwing rocks up onto the walls, trying to focus down this unit of mercenary Cretan archers. As you can see, they are picking up kills here and there. And I believe I do start to focus down his slingers eventually, I see. Not quite yet, though. As you can see, gosh. I keep trying to say my friend Lee, but I could just say my ally still has quite a bit of his most elite infantry back here. I have not sent in my most elite Royal Thorax swordsman yet. And back here it is. He has calves sitting and waiting. He has noble cavalry sitting back here. Some very heavy melee cav. If he is able to get this to run all the way back here, I talked to him after the battle. He said he was going to try to sneak around back here, come back here, and catch my allies' archers here out in the open. So, yeah, not good. Not good at all. This guy is still just slinging at my men up here, and I still have not noticed it because I'm micromanaging elsewise right now. And my thorax swordsmen are starting to make a little bit of leeway here. You can see there's a little bit of give to their lines. They are starting to slowly but surely break through these thorax swords right now, which is big for us. But just as that starts to happen, they send up another unit of thorax swords. It seems unlimited, the amount of thorax swords that they have. And they have, I never knew this, but they have a scorpion up here too. I never even noticed this back here. Yeah, that would have been a problem if we were to, that's going to be a problem if we get to that. But, yeah, we'll see how that all plays out. Up here, I do have that unit of thorax swords still sitting up here. I'm now running them down to here. I am noticing another little place where we can get through, so I'm going to try to push them in to hit these thorax swords on the flank there. But while they are trying to get in position, they have slingers that are just mowing their numbers down. Which, I'm trying to get them in column formation here, facing the slingers, so not as many of them die, but naturally they all turn their backs, which is always fun. My slingers get absolutely destroyed by Cretan archers, and yeah. These thorax swords are trying their best to break through over here, but to no success. So yeah, things are not going very well for us right now. And oh man, throat's a little scratchy here. Gotta take a little drink. Oh man, I'm drinking currently. I don't know if you guys know the brand Bai, B-A-I. Drinking their Puna coconut pineapple drink. It's pretty good, honestly. I'm a pretty big coconut fan though. I don't know about you guys, but coconut has always been, it's always had a nice little soft place in my heart. But it looks like he did break a unit through over here and is now running down some archers. He has desert cohort sitting back here. Kind of, look, there goes the general of noble fighters. Kind of looks like they're retreating a little bit. And they do have their archers kind of surrounded here. They have some royal peltis back here. And it looks like he is going to turn around with this unit. And he might go for this royal peltis that is sitting back here, because that is a juicy target. But it does look like the general is starting to charge in. And so if I were him, if I were my ally here, I probably would set up like right here. Just, yep, exactly what he's doing. Just sit here and hold. You don't need to push up yet. We want to secure this back flank here. And now I'm like, okay. I noticed that this flank over here is done. It's lost. These troops are going to die, but they will die going out fighting over here. So I'm like, I'm not sending up any of my elite units over there. That is just a death trap waiting to happen. So I am taking my Royal Thorax swords here, and I am pushing them back through the gate. We have captured the gatehouse, so I'm going to push them through the gatehouse to help over here, help my ally break through a little bit, as yeah, things are just not really going too well on my front right now. I believe, yeah, he did pull his general back, which is interesting to see. These noble fighters are still sitting back here, looking like they're just sitting there to contain any breakthrough. We have more noble fighters sitting up front here. but they're starting to be focused down by the arrow towers that Masacely was able to capture. So yeah, things are going very okay for us right now. I mean, it's not looking very good for me. On my front of things, it's not looking very swimmingly. Oh, I missed it. I charged my cav over here to kill that unit, and yeah, that pretty much happened. I don't know what that bug was, but yeah, that essentially that's what happened over there, over there to that unit, and so yeah, I made it out with most of my cav still intact. This Egyptian cav was the one that did take most of the beating here, but they are a medium melee cav, and that unit over there was a very heavy melee cav, so they got beat back a little bit. We'll just say that. And here's my Greek ballista crew with their little daggers here. Man, looks like some of these guys might be brothers here. Got a pair of brothers there, got a pair of brothers there. Oh, triplets. Quadruple. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I don't know what that was. But yeah, we have my Royal Thorax swords. I'm now pushing them in because over here all my units got broke. They got absolutely butchered over here. I mean, they did put up a good fight, but in the end, not the best. Not the best at all. It is funny to see that these units are like trying to route, but they keep getting stuck on these slingers here. So, like I said, I don't think they'll get any kills. I think they'll just die because they're routing. Yeah, like that guy. But pretty funny to see. Over here, that unit died too. But we did deplete most of these Thorax Swords unit, although this one is still very healthy. That was that last unit that they moved over. So now I'm like, okay. I did not win my front at all. I got absolutely butchered. So now I'm trying to push this unit of Royal Thorax Swords over to meet this enemy unit here. But I'm realizing something. They're going up on the walls. And what do I have up on the walls? My archers. So now I'm telling these guys to just run. Just get off of the walls by all means possible here. I'm like, listen, boys. You're not in a good spot. I need you to get off the walls ASAP. So I get my archers off the walls. I tell my Royal Thorax Swordsmen to just kind of hold right here for now. Actually, no, I did tell them to get up on the wall, because I think I was going to try to battle them on the wall, but then I realized that they were going to go capture the arrow tower. So then I pushed forward to the arrow tower. But in other places, my teammate was able to move a unit. You remember that unit that was up here? He moved them around back here and is now taking on these slingers and is absolutely cutting these slingers down. Which is awesome for us because those slingers were quite the issue. And now look, he is bringing down the hate now. He's got his heavy skirmishers are finally up here, and they are just butchering these units. Like, it's not even close. This noble fighter unit gone, just like that. His general surrounded, just like that. And now we are starting to win this side over here. But just as I say that, this tower is being captured and Macedon is pushing back through. Now, I didn't think about this during the battle, but I should have just kept 1 or 2 units back over here. So that way I could have pushed up over here and I could have cut them off. And you'll see why that would have been big to cut them off. Because they have pretty much a good chunk of their army sat here. And now I am stuck back here. Essentially just kind of like the odd man out right now. I don't have very many troops to do anything. But yeah, he's pushing up all of his Thorax Swords unit. And yeah, if I would have just left 1 unit up here, come up here, capture this arrow tower. And the town center's right here, by the way. Which I might have been able to attack, like, I think the initial staging area that I was set up on was back over here. But I really did not want to attack this, because then you would have had to attack that, and then it would have been a mess over here. Man, I am pre-recording 9 videos today, because I'm leaving for vacation, and, oh, my voice is shot. As you could tell probably throughout the week of all my uploadings, you can hear my voice getting more and more raspy this week. But yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all. Anyways, we have these Royal Thorax swords are now charging in here, and I cut this unit off. I'm telling my Royal Thorax swords to charge in now to take on these Thorax swordsmen. And oh yeah, baby. It's slaughtering time. These Royal Thorax swords are getting into the fight against normal Thorax swords. And I'm over here like, hey buddy, where you running to? Why are you running all the way to try to surround my Thorax swords? I don't like that. So I'm telling my Royal Thoraxes to run them down and to surround this unit here. And although this unit is getting attacked in their rear, that won't be very true for long. As my Royal Thorax swordsmen are now just, how do I put this? Butchering these normal Thorax swords, avenging their brothers. And yeah, my teammate is able to break through here pretty easily. And now he's fighting this Noble Fighters unit with his what little desert cohort he has left. And our biggest problem right now is our lack of infantry. We don't really have very much infantry left right now. This Royal Peltus is starting to get focused down by his skirmishers, which is very good to see. And by focused down, I mean they're getting absolutely massacred. Even though they're holding their shields in that direction, it's just, yeah. It's not going well for them. He charges another unit of 2 units of Desert Cohort in. And I have my cav sitting here. And you're about to see why my cav sitting here is quite interesting. Because I believe this unit back here of Noble Fighters meets my unit of Shot Cav here pretty soon. But yeah, over here, finally breaking a unit of Thorax swords. My teammate pushes over some Desert Cohort to surround these Thorax swords, and it is very quickly becoming a massacre for him. He pushes over some Desert Legionary Cav 2 to hit these guys in the rear, and the player for Macedon loses all of his Thorax swords, but it doesn't matter because when you see what they have in the town center, I thought we had a little bit of a chance here, especially looking at the balance of power, but not quite as much of a chance as I would have thought. So here we go. My cavalry is now moving out, running down this little pathway here. I'm seeing these Noble Fighters, and I'm like, you know, if I can get a really good cav charge on those Noble Fighters, that would be clutch for us. He's pushing up some of his cav to capture this capture point here. And I believe he fights these Noble Fighters here. Yep, there it is. He turns directions and is, oh, nope, running back now, trying to get a little bit of a charge built up. But yeah, like I said, look, he's retreating this unit of Thorax swords. If I would have just had a unit here to cut him off, that would have been an absolute butcher for the unit. But they are going to disappear back into the back area there. And oh yeah, Desert Legionary Cav charging into these Noble Fighters here. Those guys are really starting to feel the pain of it. And now we have this, my Patala, I'll just say very heavy shot cav. But yeah, here we go. They're charging in, and wham! Oh, very heavy shot cav. Showing these Noble Fighters what it is like to feel the wrath of shot cav. And now he charges back in his Desert Legionary Cav. And we are about to be playing pinball with this Noble Fighter unit here. I charge them back to build up a little bit more speed again. I turn around, and here it goes. Round 2 of the charge. Straight into the backs of these Noble Fighters. Another big, heavy shot cav charge. And yeah, those Noble Fighters lost about 40 more troops there. And so now I'm retreating them back again. Just not a very good long-term engagement for me. Down to 118 Noble Fighters there. The dead cav here is not mine. It is my allies. His Desert Legionary Cav, which was already very depleted as it was going into that fight. And yeah, got a very, very, very bloody first little staging point here, along with back over here. And now look at this. Perfectly healthy units of mercenary Cretan archers up here on the walls, waiting for us to come, and I'm pretty terrified, honestly, going into this last stage here. The units I have left are my best of best units. They do have very good breakthrough, but is it going to be worth it? I'm not for sure. He gets a very good light shot cav charge into my allies' Numidian skirmishers here. I send both my units of cav in to deal with this cav, and they deal with them pretty easily. Not too many problems. And the skirmishers only losing 9 men there. Big time. Very, very big win there, taking out an entire unit of shot cav for a very small price. This noble fighter unit is retreating all the way up into the into this last little point here. And I can speed things up a little bit through here because of, oh, my lag. Yeah, let's maybe not speed things up that much. But yeah, pretty much it's just he charges in, my ally charges in some skirmishers here to try to take on this Royal Peltis, and, to take this control point here, which I don't know, I don't quite know what we get for this. I believe it's just morale debuff for them. But yeah, I bring my cav up here as well in case this unit did not win that battle, but those heavy Numidian skirmishers do win. And now my ally is moving up over here. He is taking this arrow tower. He's taking the arrow tower I couldn't take. And yeah, I believe he starts to feel the wrath of this scorpion. Here, as you can see, his desert cohort taking hit after hit from that scorpion. But yeah, I'm moving up most of my, what units I have left, I'm moving up. I'm going to attack straight up through here and through this other point here. Fast forward a little bit again. Because when you see what they have left here, it's not very nice. I'll just say that. What they have left is not very kind to us. I believe his skirmishers are out of ammo, so now he is charging them up. He's got his heavy Numidian skirmishers coming in first. Going against this depleted unit of thorax swords here. Got the Greek scorpion still up. And he faces off against some pretty good units back here, but nothing quite like I'm going to have to face off against. And he has a lot more units back here than me, and so I was urging him, I was telling him, I was like, go, just push. Because if you push, I'll push. But I can't push if you don't push. Because the only way we're going to be able to win this is through overwhelming. And so I'm like, listen, I've got realistically 3 units to push with here. I have this unit of Royal Thorax Swords, this unit of Royal Thorax Swords, and I have my cav. That's it. That's it. I don't really have anything else. I have 3 units of Royal Thorax Swords and my general back here. That's it. And so now I'm pushing up my Thorax Swordsman here. I'm like, I need to get through this as quickly as possible right now, or else it is going to be a very, very, very long battle for us. He charges his Thorax Swordsman down so that he can keep using his Greek Scorpion back here to probably try to focus down his reinforcements. But back here he still has very, very healthy units. Infantry left, which is very good. I am charging up against a healthy unit of Thorax Swords right now. And my units return fire with Javelin. And now they are charging into the fray. And this is going to be a very, very hard battle. Because not only do I have that, I have some to get through their General Royal Peltis. I am being focused down constantly by these slingers back here. He is trying to focus down my reinforcements. I'm charging in this pretty healthy unit. This very healthy unit. I'm bringing them up to the front line as well. But they are being focused down, so I'm like, alright, I just have to go. I have to push them in close here. And I think I'd tell them to hold right here because those slingers don't have an angle anymore. But I'm like, you know what, screw it. I'm charging them in. We're just going to charge them in here. And this is when things get dicey because Thorax pikemen come in. I completely forgot about pikemen. And yeah, things are going to get ugly for me here. And back over here you can see very faintly they do have another unit that is set up defending this gate. Over here my ally is still getting butchered. He's trying to get through, but the amount of Peltis that they have left, throwing javelins down at his desert cohort that are trying to move up to reinforce are not good. And yeah, I'm moving up my archers here. I'm telling my archers to, I believe I tell them to fire up here on the wall at these archers, because I noticed that most of their archers are back here with their backs facing. I'm like, well, if I can pick up some kills on those guys with their backs faced, I will do it. Because at this stage, I didn't see their pikemen. And I think right about now, I see their pikemen moving in. And this is where the battle gets very, very bad for me over here. Because as we know from my videos, pikemen are absolutely deadly. Like, there's nothing you can do against pikemen. And so this turns into a big slaughter very quickly. My archers are doing a good job about destroying these slingers, though. This unit has lost 30 men here. Their mercenary Cretan archers are returning fire down onto my mercenary Cretan archers. But both sides are taking casualties, which is, I mean, not good for me. Perfectly healthy unit of Royal Peltis up here. He's charging up his Numidian noble infantry. This is it. This is all he has left. And I'm toast up here. I'm trying to see if I can't sneak cav around over here. We have thorax swordsmen over here. I'm charging my Egyptian cavalry in. They get absolutely slaughtered. Not even close. And now I'm telling my shot cav to charge in. And boom! Boom! Big charge there. And, oh, man, now looking back on it, I wish I would have brought a unit of, like, even my general. If I would have brought him up here with it to break through here, I might have had a breakthrough over here. And that would have been big time for me, because then I would have been able to open up another front, and they would have had to move this unit of thorax swords or this unit of noble fighters over here, and I might have been able to win that battle there. But to no avail, these thorax swords hold against my cav, because I'm too focused on the fact that my guys are getting slaughtered up here by these pikemen. Yeah, I was sitting there, I'm like, I was very upset during this battle when I saw those pikemen. I was like, oh my god, pikemen, seriously? But yeah, are these guys still firing back here? Wonder what they're firing at. I don't know. What does he got back here? Oh, he might be firing back at these Numidian skirmishers that he has back here, but yeah, I don't know. I get beat back. He sent pretty much all of his infantry over here to deal with me, because he's sitting here holding my ally very easily. He's just sitting here with one unit of Royal Peltis holding down my ally, and I sent up my entire army there to try to win. And now I'm focusing down his pikemen with arrows, but it is too late. There's nothing I can do about it now, and yeah. The end of this battle is in sight. I pretty much have nothing left. I'm telling these Royal Thorax swords to... I was thinking, like, maybe I can run over here and break through over here now, but that option went out the window and my cav didn't work. I'm still upset at myself about... If I would have sent this unit over there with the cav, that would have been a win. I would have broken through that 100%, because the cav disrupted their formation, and me smashing into their lines there with my cav, I might have been able to just run over their troops like it's nothing. But again, one of those things, but too late, too little too late. And yeah, my ally has retreated his noble infantry in there to freshen him up a little bit, set in what little desert cohort he has left. And as I wonder if you can see it, but he tells me, he like draws an arrow for me to charge here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, look, there's this pikeman going over there to hold when he saw me moving. So I retreated those Royal Thorax swords back. But I think he draws an arrow here, and he tells me to charge. And I'm like, dude, I can't. Like, I physically can't charge. And so, and like, I literally started going crazy with circles, showing what happened the last time I charged up here. And so I was sitting back, kind of waiting for my troops to freshen up. This unit was winded, so I was like, alright, I kind of want them to freshen up a little bit. So let's see here. If you could see me have a breakdown. Yeah, I start to push up troops, and, oh, you can't see it. Dang it, but, like, he drew an arrow up here, and I sat here just circling this, like, on repeat. I was just circling, because I was like, This is what happened the last time I pushed up here. Look at this. It was a massacre. But yeah, essentially, this battle is me charging up, him pushing everything he has to try to break through. I'm pushing up to face this unit of Thorax Swordsmen, throwing my Peltis in, going into melee combat against these Thorax Swords now, and the rest of this battle is pretty much going to be history here. I have my general sitting back here for encouragement. They're currently winning this first combat. He sends in noble fighters here, and now they are going to be able to hold us fairly easily. As, yeah, my ally got absolutely ransacked trying to get up here. Like, it just wasn't good at all. Yeah, he kind of got butchered. I'm not gonna lie, he got butchered very hard. Oh man, they even sent up slingers over there on the walls. Toggle cinematic mode. Oh, I didn't know about this. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know you could do that. Toggle cinematic mode here. Huh. Well, I guess that's going to be cool for future videos. Yeah, I had no clue about that. But anyways, this is going to be kind of the wrap up of the battle here. I do break through the first line, and I charge my guys in to the second line here, into these Royal Peltis. I did get through both of those units there. The noble fighters did retreat back a little bit. I told my Thorax Swords to just charge in here. Got the general behind them. My general is pulling out their javelins now to throw into these guys, but that's pretty much all she wrote for me. My ally just says screw it, charges everything in here, but he's charging into pikemen. So we all know how charging into pikemen go, don't we? Mound of dead bodies over here, and countless videos on how good pikemen are. But yeah, cracking the whip on them, trying to get through these guys here. Royal Peltis are very hard to break through right now, with how little of guys I have left. So yeah, pretty much just my general left. I charge my general in here. I'm like, please guys, come on, break through. I believe in you. Just charging them in, but too little, too late. A very close battle in the end, though. I learned quite a bit for the next online battle I do. If you guys do want to see me play more online battles too, let me know in the comment section down below. I enjoyed this a lot. Playing an online battle like this, it was honestly one of my favorite things I've done so far playing this game. Online battles are definitely going to be something that I'm going to do in my free time more often, and I will probably upload more often. Yeah. Royal Thorax Swords doing their best to get through these guys at the end here. Putting down quite the beating, though, I'm not going to lie, on these noble fighters and Royal Peltis. Putting up quite the scrap, but in the end, last unit remaining, they break off the battlefield. So, if you guys did enjoy this video and want to see more like it, let me know in the comment section down below. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys all next time. Peace.